Hello, everybody. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Kelpsey, and I speedrun Super Mario Odyssey 80%. This is what we'll be seeing. The nice, comfy estimate of an hour and 30 minutes. So I'll be trying to go as quickly as I can here. On the couch here behind me is Andy,
Hey, that's me.
and Andy has run this game before a long time ago, so that's enough. That's all we need. so, so once I hit start, or unless you guys want to, do you want to count me down?
Yeah, I can count you down.
Okay, cool. Andy will count me down, and we'll get started.
All right.
Go.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So, first things first, we don't need the cutscenes. So we're going to be skipping all of them. Missing out on the lore, unfortunately.
Bowser's in a tuxedo. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking fun. He's looking super fresh, so we gotta compete with that. So I've been running this game for just a few months now. It's my first 3D platformer. I'm normally a Link to the Past runner, so this has been a fun challenge for me. So with Mario, we're here on Cap Kingdom. I'm gonna be doing a lot of rolling. If you see me on the camera rolling or shaking, it's because I'm using motion controls mostly. Motion controls are definitely faster. Again, we don't need movies. We got a new guy named Cappy. That's all we need to know. Whoop. I was gonna dive, but I didn't want to fall off. Early death is not a good look.
I feel like everyone's died here at least once.
Oh, many times, more than I would like to admit. So with Cappy, we get to do all sorts of jumping fun. We also get to capture things like this. So now I'm a frog, very briefly. Again, using motion controls to really maximize movement here. Motion controls in this case give me a higher jump, and so I'll be just using that to hop right through. All right. So alongside with Bowser in this game, we have the Brutals. The Brutals, we'll only see a few of them. Oop, not all of them actually. Need to go up there. So here's Topper, who's known for his hats. I mean, everyone's really known for their hats in this game, but... So there, I built them real early on just so I could get to the next cycle quickly. If you don't jump on top of him right away, he kind of spreads out in a bunch of different hats. You have to find him. And now we're leaving Cap Kingdom. And that was the opening scene. Here we are. First kingdom down. Thanks. So we're trying to find Bowser and Peach. So we'll be going from kingdom to kingdom. This second kingdom that we'll see here is called Cascade Kingdom. And the big trick here that we will see is called Dino Skip.
It's like you become the dinosaur. How are you skipping it?
Because I'm skipping everything I need to do to get to the boss. God, Andy. Haven't you played this game? So there's a lot of little cutscenes in the beginning, especially. That was nice. I got underneath the chain jump. Just to kind of guide you in the right direction. But we already know what we're doing, so we don't really need this. So anyway, Dino Skip is probably my least favorite trick. It's nice and early, too.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, the hitbox is really tricky on it.
Trying to get a dinosaur foot to land on a tiny trampoline is stupid.
Yep. So the text that I'm using in this game is English. You'll see runners usually use Japanese. It's a little faster. I just haven't made the transition yet to it. So here's the dinosaur. I'm going to be jumping on a pressure plate and up to this area here. Yeah, I missed it. All right, I'm going to loop back around, try again. I've been missing this up. Almost brought the dinosaur with me. All right. So we just skipped a lot of the kingdom that would require us to climb up here, and now we're gonna fight Mama Brutal. Mama Brutal's got this core chain chomp that we're gonna kind of use to our advantage to beat her up. She'll throw it once, and then the chain chomp will charge us, which is when we capture it, which is when you see the arrows there. A little bit of waiting here. But fighting and beating Mama Brutal will allow us to get a multi-moon. And a multi-moon has 3 moons, and that'll let us get to the Odyssey, which is a spaceship, more or less. And that's pretty much what we're doing in each kingdom. We're getting the required number of moons to either fix the Odyssey or power up the Odyssey to get to the next kingdom. So we're basically on a chase with Bowser.
You actually don't need to do what the story intends you to do in each kingdom. You just need the amount of moons.
Yep, story is optional.
But most of the times, since it's a multi-moon from the boss, you're going to beat the boss anyways.
Yes. Multi-moons, yeah, we'll see a lot of them. And they have a nice little cutscene, which we can't skip. So, lots of cutscenes. Cappy's telling us we did great. Thanks, man. But we're not done looking for moons yet in here, so we're just going to grab one quick one. I messed up that jump. Very conveniently, just like right there, you know?
And we're done.
And we're done. With the whole game. I'm leaving. See you guys.
World's record.
World's record. So we're getting this dusty old thing out of the ground. And then we'll be headed over to Sand Kingdom. Lots of text telling us what to do exactly as well. There is actually something that was discovered recently called Dino Skip Skip, which is skipping the dino to do the skip. And that actually requires like a pixel perfect jump, and it's actually pretty wild. It was discovered recently and actually will save about 10 seconds in Cascade Kingdom at like world record pace, which is significantly faster than what we're doing here. If you didn't know, the world record for this category in this game is 58 minutes and 47 seconds by Tyron18. He's a madman. Game is extremely optimized. There's very little RNG, so it's all up to the player and to your execution, which is pretty fun. If you don't like, if you don't like RNG, this is your kind of game. All right, so here we are in Sand Kingdom, and we're rolling. Oh, God. Come on, Mario. Nice. Sometimes I'm a little late to that bird moon. So I managed to just snag it. All right, before we jump down there, go in here into this little secret pipe moon. There's a lot of ground pound moons in this game, and I play on Pro Controller, but I mean, even with Joy-Cons, you find them by like feeling vibrations on the controller. They're kind of specific in terms of their actual location. So they're kind of annoying to do quickly because sometimes you think you're right on top of it, but you're actually not, and you're just sitting there ground pounding over and over again. It's great. All right, so we're gonna get over to the main part of Sand here. That icicle there is very awkward. Got a weird geometry to it. This one's awkward too. Nice.
Nice.
So nice of the crate to put that all the way over there for me. Oh, did you do all those jumps to get this one? We'll jump over here now. All right, we're gonna capture this bullet bill. gonna be doing this a couple times in this kingdom, using bullet bills to get far away moons. So I'm shaking here to make the bullet bill go faster. And I'll be doing that again in a little while. But we gotta do more rolling first.
Lots of rolling in the desert.
Yeah. The fastest route for this kingdom does not do this at all. It actually skips a few of the moons that I'll be doing. It does other moons instead. Oop. Fun thing about sand dunes is that they make you kind of roll everywhere. I like how he says anywho. Wouldn't have thought of Sphinx, you know? Alright. Oh, my bad. Did a ground pound instead?
Just checking for a moon. No big deal.
Yep. Alright, I'm at 149 coins. I need 210 coins optimally, or for this route that I'm doing. I'll be buying a couple moons, one in Wooded and one in Snow Kingdom. I'll be getting another 50 coins here in a moment. The other 10 coins is just for me dying later in Lost. You don't really need coins if you die. I'm gonna grab that just in case I die. Or in case I fall. Oop, nice. Or, you know, just take a bullet bill to the face. So we're gonna use a bullet bill to get this one real quick. You can't just ground pound that moon. You would think, but you cannot. Alright, now we're gonna get a couple more moons this way. One right here. Now we're gonna use this bullet bill to do what we call Jaxie skip. Which is just jumping on top of this tower nice and early. The only way to get up here otherwise is to use what they call a Jaxie, which is that lion-looking thing over there. Yes, go for it.
We have a $10 donation from Purple Persuasion. No comment, thank you. And then we also have a $10 donation from M. Kosler, who says Kelp Gobble.
Yo, thanks, Kosler. Kind of veered a little hard right there. All right. And that is all of sand. So we're leaving. Not really all of sand. So the game actually wants you to come back to all these kingdoms and explore more. The game is very rewarding in exploring, but not when you're going fast. So now we'll be moving on to Lake. Lake is really short. I want to say it's only like 5-6 minutes maybe.
Yeah, it's not too long.
It's very short. We're only getting like 6 moons, and then we're out of here. So it's really interesting. The any percent category, you've got like really long kingdoms. So like for me, like Metro Kingdom takes like easily over 10 minutes. Then you have all these really short kingdoms, like Lake is really short, Seaside, Snow. So it's a nice mix, you know. Oh, here. Missing that ground pound. Okay, it's actually 7. I was wrong. Whoop. Did not do a wall jump. There we go. Okay, I didn't want that. Yeah, go for it.
We have a $10 donation from Felix TC, Kelp Gobble, but with sunglasses. And a $5 donation from Legend Donnelly. Good luck, Kelp. Lots of burbs in chat cheering you on.
Yo.
Kelp love, Kelp Gobble.
Shout out to the burbs.
Kelp Gobble.
Kelp Gobble. Exclusive November emote. Thanks guys for watching. Really appreciate my community supporting. You guys mean a lot to me. All right. So we're gonna use this Cheep Cheep to get the rest of, well, a couple moons here. Actually, just this one and then a multi-moon. Again, multi-moon making things way easier. So I'm actually adjusting the camera here. It's one of the few moons you can actually adjust the camera while the cutscene is going on for some reason. No one really knows why. But that'll help me line it up. So this is Rango. Rango, we've got to jump on top of.
So normally he hops around in his spiky hat there. If you time it right, you can bounce on it right after he starts moving, so he just doesn't move anywhere.
Yeah, you can just jump right through him. It's great. Good design. Oh, okay. Got a little ahead of myself there. All right.
I can't not think of Spike Vegeta whenever I hear that tune.
I know,
It's
same.
impossible.
Shout out to Spike. Spike's been really pushing me with this game lately. So in the last 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, I ran this game on GDQ's Tree Fort, which is a segment they do on Sundays. And since then, I've dropped my time 7 minutes because he's been pushing me really hard and like teaching me stuff. So he's a good guy. All right. So the lore, of course, we're going to each kingdom. We're supposed to be getting an item there at each one, but we've actually been completely disregarding that story. So, like at the last kingdom, we were supposed to get like a dress. Here we're supposed to get like a bouquet or something. All right, moon from the bunny. Whoop. Throw Cappy that way so I can pick this up. All right, and now we're gonna buy a moon. All right, so now we're gonna take the back way into Wooded. Oh gosh, I forgot to backflip. I don't know what I was doing. Go for it.
We have a $10 donation from Wadey saying 10 more bucks if you get flower skip first try.
Oh, thanks. All right, I'll try.
There's the first of many nut moons in this kingdom.
Unfortunately, this is not No Nut November. Oh gosh. So these guys are called uproots. We'll be using them a little bit. Couple times, I would say. Second time being right now.
I always call these guys onions because they just look like big
They
onions.
really do look like onions. Or like garlic. You know, one of those two. Onion garlic hybrids. The ultimate food for cooking, quite honestly. All right, so we're getting that. Hold on, sorry. That jump makes me really nervous.
You do not want to fall down.
No, you do not. Oh, okay, I just bounced right off. That's good. So I got that checkpoint so I could warp back to it later. I'm running on 1.3, version 1.3 of this game, which has faster loading times. So it's actually faster for me to just use warps. Whoops. Use warps instead of going all the way
That used to
back.
not be faster. So you used to do this first, and then you'd climb up the iron wall, and it was terrible.
Andy's
But
old man on his front
yeah,
lawn right now.
Old man on my 1.0 version. But yeah, it just makes it way easier. It's really nice.
All right. There's that 1.3 loading speed. So we're not going to do flower skip right yet.
Gotta kill Boss Piranha Man first.
Yeah. And then just ignore him for a minute.
Nut round the corner.
It's actually nut at the dead end.
Oh, my bad.
No.
Got my nuts confused.
All right. Road to Sky Garden, which is where we're about to go right now. Except we're not taking the road. We're gonna we're gonna jump over a lot of it, hopefully. If I get this trick. This is a flower skip kind of I don't know, easy way to do it. Nope, I missed it. I don't know if this actually counts as first try. Not anymore, probably. Ooh, feels bad. All right, I'll just walk up the other way.
Yeah, so normally there's a little P switch you press that makes
Yeah.
like a vine road appear.
You know what? I need those coins. Yeah, that jump actually only saves like 8 seconds, maybe. So me even trying it twice is probably losing time, but that's okay. The swag. All right, in we go. Another nut. All right.
Nice.
I forgot about this nut in the tower, or this this uproot in the tower. Also that nut. So we actually use them 3 times. The thing about speedrunning is like if you do everything over and over again, you just kind of forget. It all becomes a blur. This is Spewert. He spews purple goo.
You won't see him spew too much though.
No.
Very easy boss to just hit very quickly before he actually does anything.
It's actually a cool trick you can do with Spewert where if you throw Cappy behind him, you can actually line it up so holding Cappy behind him and then have Cappy boop off his hat, and then you jump on him. It's a little faster, I think, but it's a little harder to set up. Yeah, please, go ahead.
We have a $5 donation from PB Rides again. Flower skip first try? Well, maybe next time. Good luck on the run.
Yo, thanks, PB Rides again. I appreciate you, really appreciate the donations, guys. All right, so again, plenty of story happening, but we're disregarding it.
Yep.
All right. So this category actually only gets 124 moons. It's already at 45.
Yeah, that's it. Just 124.
Only 124. Yeah.
There are a lot of moons in this game.
Yes, there are.
880.
Unique moons. 880 unique moons, but you can get up to 999.
You can buy infinite moons in the shop,
Yeah.
which is dumb.
I mean, you want to do the coin. There are people out there, completionists, you would say. They would do it. Would I do it? No. I should probably do like more than the 600 I did. But 600 is a lot, you know?
Yeah.
All right. This is Cloud Battle, so we were supposed to go to Metro Kingdom, but then something happened and we found this kingdom instead. Turns out Bowser's here.
Did Bowser like shoot down the cap boat?
Yeah, something happened. Actually, I don't even entirely remember. Actually, I cannot believe that I missed that hit. So Bowser's all dressed up for his wedding, and this is the first time we fight him. We'll fight him again one more time. At the end, of course. Like a Mario game. Alright. So I'm gonna try to, there we go.
There we go.
So if you get the cap on your head while you're on the slope right there, you can jump right into Bowser's platform and hit him right nice and early before he jumps. So you got to see an example of when it's wrong and when it's right. So, you know, all about showing the strats here. Oh gosh. If you wait too long, the cap will go right back to Bowser.
He almost got away.
Yes.
I like it when it's so close where he like actually lifts off the ground and slowly lowers himself back.
Yeah. I've also had the cap on my head and Bowser just like take it off my head and run away, and I was like, that's really rude. I worked really hard for that. So we beat him up, but he beat us up more. So now, again, missing lore. The Odyssey's busted up. So we gotta fix it again. One of, I don't know, 3 times.
So this kingdom's very, very quiet. There's a bridge right in front of where Kelpsey is now, where if you walk onto it, Klepto actually takes Cappy. And that sucks, and it wastes time. So we're gonna skip it entirely by making this really cool jump off of a tree. So even though we're already over here, if you go back and touch down, Klepto will take your hat pretty much and start the that sequence. So
yeah. We actually do want to trigger Klepto here.
yes. Scott's gonna get a few more moons and then pretty much walk right next to Klepto to.
This kingdom's a little scary. You you know, fall. You could trigger Klepto, which is slow.
Yeah, messing up anywhere is very costly in this dungeon.
Dungeon.
Excuse me, that's the Zelda talking. In this kingdom.
That used to be my least favorite moon right there. And then I figured it out.
So you're gonna trigger Klepto here. That way when you touch down, your hat doesn't get stolen.
Yep. Oops. I missed the jump.
Sometimes you just gotta taste the wall.
There's a moon right here. Give it to me. Thank you. Please. Okay, where are we jumping, Mario? Come on, bud. Okay, we're gonna give our hat to this guy. And he's gonna blow that up. And then we're gonna not fall down here. And we're gonna jump back up and get it.
One more moon to get.
One more moon.
This is the only Death Warp moon in the run, I'm pretty sure.
In this route, yes. Actually, like world record route doesn't even do this.
Yeah, dying is.
Oh gosh. Okay, that's fine. We died.
Dying is pretty slow.
It is slow. We actually died before we got the moon.
Yeah,
so,
that's also slow.
That's also slow, but
that's fine. Since the Klepto cutscene's already triggered, coming up here won't
no,
do
it's not.
anything.
It's untriggered again, so I have to be careful. I can't go too far down the bridge.
Neat. I didn't know that.
Yes, but it's okay. We're actually gonna Death Warp again. Okay, nice. That's actually the backup strat that I did there at the beginning. So I'm actually a little...
She does need 8 more coins.
I do need 8 more coins.
But it's okay. There's plenty in Metro.
Yes. Please, yes, go ahead.
We have a $10 donation from Wadey saying, I was too busy drinking Madrina's coffee. I'm assuming you got first try flower skip. So here's some more dollars.
Thanks, dude.
And then a $10 donation from Sigamon711 came for the speedrun, stayed for the memes. Flower skip 75% of the time, all the time. Kelp gobble.
Thanks, dude. Yo. Nobody tell Wadey. Wadey is actually my rival in this game. We keep cutting each other, and I just cut him this week again for like the 3rd time. So it's really funny. He's like, he keeps telling me he can't keep up with my tricks, but then I can't even do the tricks. So it's like, you know. All right, so this is Metro. There's 2 parts of Metro. This is Dark Metro, or Dark, sorry, Night Metro. You know what? I don't know what I was doing there, but we're just gonna, ooh, taking some
Good
damage.
old mosquito.
Yeah. All right, I slid back down there to make sure I got max height. All right, little detour to the roof. Okay.
All right. Well,
So what happened there is I tried to do a cap jump too early, and so I had too much height. So I bonked, which is fine, because now we can do this really cool wall jump exhibition.
contrary to everything else
Oh
in
my
this
gosh.
game, wall jumping is super slow.
Wall jumping is like super
It's
super slow and
incredibly
floaty.
slow.
The good thing is that I didn't die because I am low on coins. Okay, hold on. Let's do a nice long jump here. All right, up we go.
It's time for the climb.
Oh,
Just go and buy all these coins willy-nilly.
don't worry about it. I'm not worried.
Same. Nice.
Oh my god, that was really...
Pretty tight movement
That
to
was spicy.
beat that elevator.
Yeah.
She also cut some things a little close there, but it's fine.
I don't trust Mario on that one. Hold on, keep turning. Thank you. I had a weird setup going up. Yeah, cool. All right,
Now we have the spookiest long jump in the game.
all right. Easy.
Nice.
Woo! I'm not worried about
Easy.
it. I'm not worried. Oh, God.
So yeah, the long jump is really awkward just because the camera turns while you're moving.
So you can't hold the analog stick at all, otherwise you will miss the jump. Which is contrary to all Mario movement. Like, you've been up to that point holding the analog stick, like, you know, your life depends on it. And then at this point, where you don't want to fall down an entire building, you're not supposed to touch it. It's really bad. Metro in general is just a really tough kingdom. Lots of big jumps.
Yep.
Big movement. This is Mecha Wiggler. Mecha Wiggler is it's one of the only sources of RNG in the run. With any luck, I'll get a 2-cycle, but I haven't been doing that lately, so
2 cycles pretty hard.
no promises. It really depends on like where he goes up this building right here, and it really depends on where he kind of like ends up. So if he's really high up, it's gonna be hard. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, just missed it. He was nicely like curled up there at the end, but
The only
Yeah.
bad thing about him being curled up is the hitboxes are kind of weird.
they're really
So, like,
hard. Yeah.
If you're even just like a little bit off, something that you think would hit doesn't actually.
Yeah, like I've legitimately thrown, I guess they're like exploding ball. I don't know. It's not even like a bomb. They're like multicolored, you know? Sorry, I was really worried about my health there. So I've legitimately like hit the hitbox before, or like what looks to be the hitbox before, and just didn't
And it
actually
like got
do
blocked
damage.
by the hitbox
Yeah.
of one that
Or
was
was
already.
that, yeah, or was that like a weird angle or something? It's like, it's very aggravating,
Yep.
to say the least. I have used choice words at Mega Wiggler. Lots of choice words. So we got the multi-moon again. big boss gives us a hot 3 moon.
Yeah, this one is also required because you do need to get to
Today.
daytime metro to actually get to the next area. And then you just get the other moons in there
Yep.
because they're on the way.
Yep.
All those moons are also available in day metro.
Yes. It's not like you miss
Yeah.
anything.
Kelpsey's gonna try a cool little re-grab here. If you shake the controller, it homes in on something close by.
Nope.
Did not get it.
Nope.
I think you hit the
I hit the thing.
the guardrail, I guess.
All right.
This is where Mario becomes a person.
Also in a car.
Also, well, it's an RC car. It's controlling the person.
Oh, that was
controlling the
almost
car.
like
Almost.
sick.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. There we go. Those controls are also like really garbage. So what
Yeah.
they do at the very high levels of this game is that they use a scooter, because who has time for that noise?
You clip through the
They
box.
clip through the box,
Scooter.
yeah. Which makes a lot of sense, but it's hard to do because you have to angle Mario in a way that actually gets through to the hitbox of the moon.
It also requires motion controls, which are kind of finicky sometimes.
I see. This guy's nice. He gives us a moon for being friendly.
Yeah.
Bench friends.
Bench friends.
Like best friends, but bench friends. Do you have a bench friend, Andy?
Clearly, it's just me, myself, and I right here. So,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you out like that. Okay, so we're going back up to the top where we fought Wiggler, but now we're gonna go over here to the dumpster instead. We will be coming back here though. And then there will be another moon down here. I'll do a little comfy long jump and just kind of wiggle Mario in the right direction. Right, and back up we go. Oh, okay,
oh,
just kidding.
Just kidding.
So I've also been doing this thing lately where I accidentally tap the L trigger, which gets Mario out of the capture.
Yeah. Kelpsey had a good one yesterday where she was just in Dark Metro, go into the main area, and just popped right out and died.
Yep. Yep. Midway to the street. It was good. Oops. Get back up there, Mario. I don't know how you manage a long jump off that, but it works. So.
Mario's also very controllable in the air. It's very easy to shift his momentum in different directions.
Oh, a little off. Yeah, you don't want to make him dive too often, because if he dives, he will not be able to use Cappy at all. So right there, I stopped his motion. Oh God. I stopped his motion going back. I need to go the opposite way. Stuck that right wall and oh my gosh, Moon, come back.
All right, we
Okay.
made it. It's fine.
So I slowed down his motion. I've been missing this moon. This is one of my old least favorite moons because I would just miss the jump. There we go. If you miss the second little, what is it called? Shady thing. Bimini? Bimini, maybe? You won't make it to the bar. Almost slammed into a tree.
It's our girl Pauline.
Mayor Pauline, okay? Girl has had a whole life of politics since we've seen her last. So we're gonna bring together the band, bring back the band, about half of it actually, only the bassist and the drummer, which is really all you need.
So you're supposed to find a whole band of musicians for the city festival, and you kind of just stop in the middle.
Yep, because Because we have enough moons, so why do we need to finish the storyline? I don't know. Okay. This guy's name is Otep.
Yay!
Yay. All right, now we're headed out of Metro. Yeah. So I think I have enough coins. Pretty sure I do. We'll check here.
Yep.
Okay, well, how many was it?
Like 112 or something.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. So we're gonna be going to a chilly place and then a nice tropical place. Next couple kingdoms are very short. Not many moons required again.
I love how Cappy teaches you like game mechanics after every world, which like.
You've probably used some of those mechanics already.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Got a little cold. The invisible toad. All right. Shout outs to I Eat Your Pie.
Yeah.
That was his contribution to this route. Alright, so we're gonna go to Siberia now. These cute little Yeti-looking creatures live here. They've been stuck inside because it's been so cold. You know that feeling. Okay, I messed up there. I'll try one more time, and then I'll just do the regular way. Okay, you know what? I messed up that jump, so we're just gonna we're just gonna do the intended wall jump strat. Normally you do a triple jump, and then you do a cap throw, and then you do a wall jump off back, and then grab the moon that way. But since Mario did touch the wall between two of those things, he decided not to do a cap jump. It's a lot of like tricky timing with some of the cap throws and the cap dives and jumps and all that stuff. You have to be very cognizant of what Mario is doing because you could miss. You could mess up, you know, a sequence there. Okay. Like that. Switch the camera around on us. So, way to fix that is just to tap the trigger. I will say that's the fastest I've ever swapped the camera. Okay. So, we're gonna move past these guys. Little windy dudes.
Hello, Joey.
Yep. You know, I was gonna not say that, but that is their name. I did a little cap stall there, which is the extra spins against the, I guess, the barrier. And that gives Mario extra height. You'll see me do that again in, like, Luncheon. Well, actually, also in Seaside. Motion controls here to get a big old gust of air to blow off all of those, all the spinies.
Pretty much all the stuff you can do with a button on the controller, but the motion controls just make it,
Makes
more powerful, faster,
better, higher,
whatever.
better, faster, stronger.
Yup.
Technologic. You know. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. So, the one bad thing about Snow Kingdom is, like, literally the cutscene between every single moon you get. It just feels very slow. So we're going to ruin Christmas for these Goombas. If you don't get the stack of 4, you can't get on this switch, which I'm sure is very obvious. But it's very easy to kill the Goomba when you're trying to go quickly. I have committed Goomba genocide on many occasions and had to rectify my mistake by killing myself. So. All right.
One more moon.
One more moon. So that thing that, you know, that little cutscene there with the Bowser trapdoor opening slowly one by one, that's to get to like the little race game you're supposed to do. Thankfully, any percent completely does not, just skips over it. It's a really, when I played it casually, I found that minigame to be very frustrating. It's very hard to control. Okay, Cappy will come back to us one day. All right. There we go. And back to the Odyssey. All right, we're already up to a whopping, I think, 85 moons. Just less than 30 to go. So in Seaside, we'll be seeing the only, in this route, the only instance of out of bounds. It's called Fish Clip. It's very easy to do. Very beginner friendly, I should say. This is the beginner route, by the way. You can actually get down to like a 108 with this route, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty solid time, considering my time is like 120. All right.
Nice.
That was a good jump.
Especially that second climb to the moon, it's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's
Even if you're like a little slow or a little short, you won't make it.
Yeah. Again, you use cap stalls to help you with that, which is what I did there, just to kind of ensure that I was gonna get the height that I needed to dive up there. So before we head to the ocean, we've got this fake 2D section.
Nice.
Nice. I've been missing that one lately too. 2D vision with a 3D space is really not a nice thing to do, Nintendo. Okay, I was gonna get a triple jump, but I guess not.
Got a little too deep.
Yeah. Okay, come on, Cappy. Do me a solid. There we go. Oh, hey, I triggered my phone. I said, oh, I guess it said, thought I said, okay, Google. Don't do it.
Okay, Cappy.
Okay, Cappy. What's the weather tomorrow? All right. So, a couple moons here. I'm boosting with this cheap by hitting B and Y. I had to think about that.
Yep.
B and Y at the same time. And then to do just a regular little spinny spin, you do, again, a motion control flick. And yeah, we'll be using those to get to this next moon with all the kelp.
Here comes the fish clip.
Here's Fish Clip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get a bunch of speed to get to the border, or the boundary. Alright, I'm going to go away. And then boost down. Oop, didn't quite have enough of it. I don't think that's even deep enough. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, I hit the wrong button. Okay, that looks better. You want to be pretty far in like the sandy region there. Oh my gosh, why do I keep hitting B? There we go. Okay, now we're clipping. And then just to get this one, the hitbox is really generous, so you just spin. And then we're gonna try very hard not to go inbounds again and go into this loading zone. And this loading zone, there's just one more moon here. That's where the Sphinx is underwater. If you ask me what the Sphinx asks, I could not tell you. I accidentally clipped it back inbounds earlier this week, and I legitimately didn't know what to do. I was like, what do I do? What do I tell the Sphinx? Chat, hello? But I ended up just doing fish flip again, just to keep it going. But yeah, all right, and that was Seaside's already done. And now we're headed to Luncheon.
I think Luncheon is my favorite speedrun kingdom.
Yeah, Luncheon's,
It's really fun.
it's hard until it's not, yeah. It is fun. It offers a little bit of everything, which is cool. That's why I like Bowser's Kingdom. Actually, it's my favorite because it's a little bit of everything. A bit of rolling, a little bit of big jumping, lots of kind of platforming, explodey things.
Yeah, but it has Mecha Brutal.
But Mecha Brutal's easy. It wasn't easy. Now it is easy. You know what to do. All right, this is called cheese skip, and we're gonna be doing a big old jump here. Okay, except for Mario decided not to jump on Cappy. That was
If you get a little too close to the wall, you'll actually hit the little overhang there, so you won't get any height off the cap jump.
So it's called cheeseless. Did I say cheese skip? I'm gonna say cheeseless. Cheeseless because if you wait to do that moon at the end, there's a nice little cheesy platform for you to use, which is the intended way to get that moon on top of the salt pile. But I don't want to do it then. All right.
Don't recommend using this much salt in your food.
God, can you imagine? This is Speedrun again. I got very far away on that jump.
His arena's a little bigger,
Yep.
so if he gets away from you, it's a little more difficult to recover than in the other arena. But it's pretty easy to just
Yeah. The same fight.
Yep.
Like, literally.
Yep, it's literally the same
difference.
fight.
Yeah, and it's a pretty easy fight, so very beginner friendly. Think about speedrunning this game, you should. By the way.
It's a very fun game.
Very fun game, very satisfying to learn.
Like, even if you don't want to follow a speedrun route, you can just like
Learn some
find
tricks.
moons and just
Yeah.
you can just do it. There's so many different moons you can pick from.
Heard entirely too much of that music. Alright.
I think when I first watched the speedrun of this, I didn't know about half of the moves that they got in the speedrun from my casual playthrough.
Oh my gosh. That was absolutely rude of the wall to be there right when I needed it not to be. Alright. Okay, get up, Mario. Get up there, bud. Okay, you know what? I really need the height up here. Except I can't do this wall. There we go. Okay. Run. So, I've been using a lot of ground pound jumps. A mechanic in this game that you do not see in other 3D Mario games is that. I don't think it's in any other games. But it gives as much height as a backflip. Which is pretty useful because they're quick. And backflips take a little more lining up. So,
There's not really any setup involved with the ground pound jump.
yeah, you just go straight up.
Yep.
Well, down then up, I guess. Alright. Now we're gonna play some basketball. I jumped a little early. know what this is. It looks like Pepto to me. I think it's supposed to be like soup. Well, I don't know any pink soup other than like melted strawberry ice cream. So, all right. Nice. That's nice and fluid.
Got the good old fort climb here. It's really fun.
I'm using motion controls again to get really high fork flicking action. That was nice.
That was real clean.
That was very clean. Oh my gosh. I'm completely missing moons. Just walking right past him. Alright, now we're gonna get a Hoodaboo. I don't know if I even pronounced that right.
Hoodaboo.
Hoodaboo. Oh, I thought I burned him. I did not. Yo, get Mario. Work with me here. Okay, we got a little far away. This is a really awkward jump with this backflip. But I've been way too stubborn to learn the better way. Because that's how I learned how to do it. So, yeah, you know, another day in the life. No. Oh, he just was sitting there waiting for me. That was dirty. Dirty play. Not worried too much about my health here. Oh.
That was real good cheese break.
Thank you. So, the game oh god. The game insists that you use motion controls there, but it's actually better if you just spam Y. I don't want to talk about how long it took me to realize that. Yeah. But yeah, if you just spam Y, he takes all of these frying pans out of nowhere. Oh my god, there's a whole second half of this level. That's fine. It's quick. Also, the nice thing about this game is every time you get a moon, your health is refilled. So, previous Mario games, you would get health if you got, coins, you know? The only way to get health in this game is to either find a heart or get a moon. First moon. Another very yucky moon to get. Please get up there. Mario. Okay. Also the checkpoints. The checkpoints also refill your health. Forgot about that. Alright. Now we're in the soup. Maybe this is the soup. I didn't do 2 cap jumps,
Just a
but
slab of meat and corn on the cob.
It's a stew. I don't know. A whole corn on the cob. in your soup.
So that bird is actually my least favorite boss in this whole game.
Terrible boss. Also, actually, I think the squid boss in Seaside is pretty bad too.
Yeah.
It's very tricky given the controls you're supposed to use. All right. So Luncheon's done. Actually, we're on really good pace. I'm usually hitting right at the hour mark. Is usually when I leave Luncheon. So I'm actually a little bit ahead right now, which is pretty cool. All right. Now we can go to Bowser's Kingdom. Is Bowser going to be in Bowser's Kingdom? Not yet. we have to fight the hyper-realistic dragon. Literally out of nowhere. There are no good ways to climb the stairs, I have determined. After watching many people, no. Those stairs are just awkward and not fun. Alright, wait here. Skip the movie again. Gonna go ahead and get these hearts out and ready to go. So right now, I'm gonna be throwing those little electric things down, and then I'm gonna be doing a triple jump, nice and early. I'm gonna be taking damage, and then Mario's iframes will actually last long enough and not throw me off, so I can go ahead and just be ready to smack him on the head after getting the keys out of his head, right? So, did I not get that one? Okay, I did. That was weird. I'll just get this one too. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do that again. It's fine. I like the music in this part though.
Yeah, it's real intense.
Very epic. Yeah. Dovahkiin. That's you, Mario. You're the dragon. The dragon boy. Oh man, that's fine. Alright. Just do not want to get hit here. Come on.
Alright.
Easy. Yeah, so I mean, you don't want to be taking too many hits for the iframes there. But yeah, the last cycle or the last phase before you hit him on the third time, he goes a little crazy with the little electric orb thing. So you just gotta be careful. I just wasn't moving fast enough, but it's all good. Worked out. Do-do-do-do. So like I said, the Odyssey gets busted up quite a few times.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's only one other accessible moon in this kingdom right now, so you can't skip the dragon fight altogether.
Is it really? I didn't even know that.
It's like under the stairs on the way up.
Oh god. Yeah, you have to get the dragon. Yeah. I remember, yeah, casual play, I really didn't want to fight the dragon. And then I found out quickly I had to. Alright. Now we are properly in Bowser's Kingdom. I love this place. It's real fun. Okay. That's a good jump. These little guys are called Pokios. And we will be using them a lot. Yeah, lots of vertical motion, vertical movement.
Even though it doesn't show it, you actually do need a certain amount of moons to advance this area. You do get a triple moon from the Mecha Brutal, and then it'll show you how many moons you need after that.
Yep, so you basically have to fight Mecha Brutal.
Yeah. So we'll be getting some extra moons on the way, just so we don't have to get any more once Mecha Brutal's dead.
Yep. Oh, okay. Ooh, yeah, I saw that happening. Mario, what is happening? I can't see him.
He almost unleashed fury.
He almost destroyed me. We're just using them like tools anyway. It's fine. I understand how angry he is. Oh gosh. Cappy just doesn't like to capture Pokios, is what I've decided. Alright. So that was like a little moon shard moon. Which is like really the only time we see it in this run.
It's used in most of the kingdoms at some point.
Yeah.
You just collect a bunch of moon shards and it makes a moon.
Oh god, that was close.
Another fun one you don't see in this route anymore is the musical note moons, where you gotta get all the musical notes.
You used to do it in Seaside.
Yeah.
And that was fun because Mario like runs on water. But yeah, I used to actually do that before I learned fish clip. The fish clip is way easier. Little hidden moon up here. Okay. Overshot a little bit. So this next part we'll be doing a couple boss fights again. Oh, actually no. We'll be seeing Topper again, but Topper has gotten a little stronger, and we'll be fighting Harriet, who we have not seen.
I don't know about stronger, he just bought more hats.
He bought more hats. You're right, he just bought more hats. Oh man.
So if you don't bounce on the hat, after a certain amount of time, he'll re-show himself, or if you hit his hat like 3 times into the wall, it'll show himself as well. Kelpsey got it this time. This is the way more important one, because there's way more hats.
Yes. That was a good fight.
Yes.
Despite me missing the first one.
Yeah, you got him back really quickly. Now my girl Harriet's coming up.
Harriet is an explosive little bunny. Oh god. Okay. Trying to deflect him right back at her. Nope.
Yeah, he's gonna be a little finicky. And then if you don't hit her with one of those, then she does this, and those automatically hit her.
They're tied to her head. Oh god.
And you boop her on the head.
Yeah. And then we have to hit her again to reset the cycle. There we go. I almost just walked into her again. I don't know why Mario didn't dive, but he didn't. Oh god. Okay, move away. Move away, move away.
Just like most other things in this game, 3 hits and it's dead. Nice.
That's last hit.
There we go.
Okay.
Didn't die to giving Harriet a hug.
Yeah. So, inputs do drop a few times. They can drop when you're playing this game. It's just kind of a fact of life that sometimes you'll hit the buttons and nothing happens. That's just how it goes. Now we got another climb to get up to Mecha Brutal. Nice health refill.
You do lose a little bit of time in that cutscene if your health needs to get refilled, but it's very, very
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Overshot. It's all good. Yeah, you're supposed to be a little further left there, as you know. Losing a little time now.
The only bad part about diving off here is it's such a long drop to the death plane that you just kind of like sit there and wait for 5 seconds before you actually die.
You just kind of sit there and feel your shame.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a ground pound jump, and I'm about to get hit again. Okay, that's fine. We need this Kokio to climb. Alright.
shaking the controller flicks you up way farther than just moving the control stick does.
Yeah, now you actually can do it twice. Oh, that was insane. See ya, bird.
Didn't even let the Pokio survive on top of the...
I was disrespected, man. Can we stop throwing the hat, please? Can we just roll? Sometimes you just have all sorts of things happen. It's good. We're not done with Pokios yet. We got one more.
Alright, so this is the Mecha Brutal fight. All of the Brutals that we had fought previously are now in a machine together.
Except for, there's one that we never saw that's in this machine. I can't remember his name. Maybe not. Actually. No, you're right.
Oh yeah, you fought all of them. The first one that you fought isn't here. Just a little too big for the machine.
I don't know why it wasn't flicking upwards. That was weird. Fine. Alright, 1. We're gonna count steps here. 2, 3, and stop. Do a ground pound.
So you want to maximize height as best she can here so that she can make it back on top of Mecha Brutal.
Because it bonked you off twice.
Yes.
So he's gonna run around 3 times, then do a spin, and then he's gonna do 5 steps, and on the 5th step we're gonna do another ground pound.
And if you fall down, you need to either wait for the circles to open up so you can use the Pokio to climb up again, or hit the bombs into its legs again so it falls down.
3, 4, 5.
And yeah, you can't take too long on that last ground pound, because once the flashing stops, he blows you off again.
That's a big old cheer.
There we go.
Sick.
You're cheering for that sick Mecha Brutal
Sick
fight.
Mecha Brutal fight, right? I hope so. That was actually a really clean fight, despite the Pokio not cooperating at the beginning. It's all good. That was good. That fight has gotten a lot better for me in the last couple weeks. It used to be real inconsistent, but if you do a little twirl between cap throws or cap dives, it really makes it a lot easier. Nice. All right. Now we have one more destination, and that is the moon. Wedding on the moon, of course. This is actually the Odyssey at full restoration, with a little yellow balloon.
I think it like fixes the paint chips as well.
Yeah, it like gradually has been fixing the paint job. Yeah. Little
Look
detail.
at how beautiful.
Just happens to look like Mario's hat. Like, what is this? Continuity. Can't believe it. All right. This is a good one because you just spam A. Yep. Please. Please skip the movie. So moon, on the moon, as you can imagine, the physics are a little different. You have moon gravity. We'll be doing a little trick here called moon skip. Okay, once I stop bonking. Been bonking a lot.
Long jumps are real long on the moon.
Yes. I actually am going to use pretty much exclusively long jumps now because they're a lot easier to control than rolling. Rolling kind of just gets all over the place here.
Yeah. If you can use the rolling well, it is faster. Decently faster, but long jumps are much easier to control, especially with all the rolls and curves on the moon.
So I grabbed both of those just to get me some extra running speed on this part right here. Alright, this is moon skip.
So normally you go in a cave and you climb this super long, large inside area.
I missed it.
Ooh, so close.
That was a little low.
With precise 2 wall jumps here.
There it is.
Nice. You can get over this really tall wall. and skip that whole inside segment. It was really good. Second try is still pretty good. Still saves like 10 minutes over doing it normally. So it's a really big skip.
Yeah, and it's actually not very hard to do. It's just a little awkward. Just knowing exactly where you're supposed to like have Mario do a wall jump is just really weird.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stop this wedding.
Somehow Peach said no to that huge rock.
Oh, see, there we go. So I almost made it, but I was a little slow, and because of that, Bowser just snatched it back from me. Oh, I got robbed. Again, 3 hits on Bowser, just like we did before, except this time with extra fire. So we kind of want to stay within range of him here. Otherwise, he resets like he just did, which is not good. Okay, that's good. And now it should be done. So he does 3 fire aimed spurts at you the first time and then 4 the second time. All right. I am way too far away, so we're just going to chase Bowser this time. Just accept our losses. Alright, 2 jumps here. 1, 2. And beat him up a little more.
He didn't learn from the first fight and still put a spiked ring around the border.
Yep. Alright, again, fire.
His fire hitbox is also like super small for whatever reason.
But also, you can still hit it.
Yeah.
And again, that's fine. Got Crispy Mario. I hope I don't die. That'd be bad.
One of these should drop a heart.
Yeah, this will drop a heart right there. Okay, we got hit again. I am living on the edge right now. It's good. Okay, I didn't get a heart on that one, which is kind of weird.
Oh my god.
I'm a little scared right now. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Where are the hearts, man? Bowser. Can I interest you in putting some hearts in your line? In your cool line of hats. Okay. Man, he's giving me bad drops too.
Oh my god.
Don't worry.
Just put it on. Nice. 3 jumps. Oh, it faked you. Alright, that's done.
Alright, ignore that. Ignore how bad that fight was. That was abysmal. But it's okay. We lived. Okay.
So if you thought the capturing was weird up to this point, now you get to be Bowser.
This is all I've ever wanted. I'm just kidding. This is actually really fun. This section is actually...
Yeah, it's super fun.
Alright.
Kelpsey's gonna go for a little triple jump here coming up to try to skip going around.
I'm not going to do XD skip if you're wondering in chat. It only saves 0.2 seconds, and it is a large time loss if you mess it up, and I don't even know how to do it, so we're not going to worry about it. Just going to do this good old intended platforming way. Like all the Mario games have taught us how to do. All right. All right, so I'm using motion control shakes here to get some fireballs out.
Yeah, getting a couple hits on these walls before Bowser actually gets there just speeds it up a little bit.
All right, the other thing I'm gonna try to do, oh, this is gonna be really close to my PB actually. Not quite the sub 120, but I'm gonna try throwing some over there.
Each of these pillars takes 5 hits in total, so Kelpsey tried to shoot some fireballs to that far right one to just take some of the hits off for later.
It's annoying if you take damage here because the game kind of pauses for a second. You're like, this is the last thing I want right now, is the game to stop. Like, come on, kids. Please keep going. Somehow did not take damage from a massive pillar falling on Bowser. Oh god, this might be a PB. Alright, time's coming up here soon.
Yep, once Bowser shoots away, it's time.
And time. Woo, nice.
Easy PB.
That is a PB. Woo! 9 seconds. So sad. Alright, well thanks for watching, guys. Cute cutscene time with cute music.
Now I gotta follow up a marathon PB.
Yeah,
What the heck?
good luck. no, you're due for a PB. You'll be great. Easy peasy. Alright. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for watching, and thanks so much for everybody out here at who came out in DreamHack at DreamHack, and also everyone cheering on in chat. Really appreciate you guys. It's been fun running Odyssey again. 2 runs in like 2 weeks, like on a showcase is pretty wild. So, yeah.
Thank you for coming out and running this game. It's an absolute blast of a game, and I always love watching it.
Yeah.
Up next, we do have a link to the past, so make sure you guys stick around for that.